Next, I want to show you 4 different stretching exercises that are going to target the key areas that get really short and tight because of our rounded shoulders. Now, the first area we're going to hit is the musculature on the side of your neck, and these muscles are called your scalenes. Now, with stretching your neck, you have to be really careful not to over push because we're going to be assisting some of our stretches, so you want to make sure you push much more lightly than you think because it's very easy to overdo these neck musculatures. So you want to go very slight, very gentle, and as we get more used to them, you might be able to apply a little bit more pressure, but first, when you're first starting, just make sure you push very gently to not overdo it. So the first exercise, we're going to be good body position. These are always key when you're stretching your neck. You always have to have great posture. So your chest up and lifted, shoulder blades pinched back gently. Now what we're going to do with our right hand is I want you seated on a ball or a chair, is I want you to push your hand down as low as you can on the ball or grab as low as you can on the chair so the right shoulder drops down. Now what we're going to do is I want your chin to tuck in smidge, get that good posture again, and let your left ear go to your left shoulder and slowly let it tilt to the side. The key is not to let your whole body come over with it. So you just want your head to rotate over, to tilt over, and not actually let your whole body tilt over. So you're letting your head flop to the side, left ear, left shoulder. You want to hold this stretch for approximately 30 seconds. If you want a little gentle help, gently push your head off to the side to get a little bit of a deeper stretch. Remember, gentle is much safer than applying much greater force. And you should be feeling this on the right side of your neck, right throughout here. And you want to hold that for 30 seconds. And then we're going to be switching out. Now the next musculatures we're going to be stretching out is the muscles called your cervical extensors. And they attach in the base of your skull. They go right down your cervical spine and upper neck region and attach into the shoulder blade zone. So I want to make sure we stretch those as well because they really get short and tight when we get rounded up all day long. So first thing we're going to do is I want you to tuck your chin into your chest for me. It's like you're trying to have a double chin here. So we tuck it in, and then I want you to gently grab the back of your head, and you're pulling your head downward as you tuck your chin into your chest. And there now the musculature all in the rear of my neck should be kicking in. Once again, you want to hold this for approximately 30 seconds. Now if you want to isolate different sides of your neck, if I rotate my head a little bit to the left, retuck my chin into the chest, now I'm stretching out the right side of my cervical extensors. So I'm pulling down gently, and then if you want to reset and get the left side, we look a little bit to the right, we tuck that chin in as far as we can, and we pull our head slightly downward, gentle pressure remember, as we look downward towards the floor, tucking the chin at the same time, and now I'm focusing on the left side of my cervical extensors. Excellent. Now there's also another one we're going to be doing, and we're going to be targeting a muscle that attaches from the shoulder blade up into the base of our skull as well, and this is really a common area to get short and tight when we're naturally hunched up like this and our shoulders are elevated. So what we're going to do here is going to look like the first one. Hands, first one, good posture. Hands are going to grab on the ball or the chair as low as we can, and what we're going to do is chin tucks in a smidge, and what we're going to do is I want you to basically rotate your head a little bit to the left, make sure your right shoulder is as low as you can, so you're grabbing as far down as you can on the right with the right hand. And we're going to be basically pulling with our left hand, pulling our head into our left pocket. You want to be looking straight down at your left pocket as you're pulling your whole head as if you want to place it into your pocket. And the muscles now on the right side of my neck should be kicking in. Should be getting a nice stretch there. Remember, not too much pressure, very gentle to start. If you don't feel it, don't feel bad. Just might not be that tight. And what we're going to do next is we're going to switch out. Good posture, shoulders pinched back, chest up and lifted, chin tucked in a little bit. We look a little bit to our right side, grabbing down as far as we can with the left hand to help keep that left shoulder drop down. And we're going to pull our head into our right pocket. So the whole head comes down, pulling it down as far as we can. Now we're getting a stretch on the left side in the left levator scapula. Keeping that good posture, just don't let the whole body come over, just your head. I'm going to hold that for 30 seconds again. Great. And what we're going to do next is we're going to be stretching out the muscles that get short and tight as well on the pec and the anterior deltoid, the front of the shoulder. So we're going to throw away our ball. And what we're going to utilize here is you can utilize a wall. It's the easiest way to do it, but we also have a Smith machine here, so we're going to utilize this. But basically what I want you to do is I want your left arm up on the wall, your arm and your elbow are bent at 90 degrees. So basically my shoulder is bent 90 degrees and my elbow is bent 90 degrees. We'll be leaning up against the wall of the Smith machine in this case. I want your opposite foot forward, so in this case it's my right foot, and I want good upright body position again. I want chest up and out, shoulders pinched back, and I don't want your low back to arch here, so try to keep an eye on that. I want you to slowly lean forward till you feel good stress and tension throughout the front of the shoulder and the chest. And then to get a little bit more isolation, I want you to rotate a little bit to the outside. And that just gets a lot more isolation throughout the pectoral. And we're going to hold this for 30 seconds once again. And what we're going to do next is sneak into the other side. We're just going to switch sides here. Well, remember, shoulder and elbow bent 90 degrees. Opposite foot forward, my right arm is up, my left foot is forward. So once again, good body position, lean slightly forward, keeping my low back nice and neutral so there's no big old arch. So we're leaning forward till we feel a good stretch, and then to get a little bit more, I'm rotating to the outside once again. We're going to hold that for 30 seconds. Excellent. For stretching exercises, I want you to do them every day, 1 to 2 times a day, especially after the strength training exercises. It's a great way to incorporate them.